ご覧いただきありがとうございます。2週間にわたって開催されたワールドベースボールクラシック2026はベネズエラの初優勝で幕を閉じました。今回そんな WBC のマイアミラウンドを観戦に行き、ベネズエラとアメリカの決勝を前にローンデポパークにて現地の各国のファンにインタビューを行いましたので、その模様をご覧ください。
This is my first game that I've been here at this tournament, but we're still an hour and a half out, and the atmosphere is incredible. The aura around the game is incredible. The American fans here are highly outnumbered by the Venezuelan fans, but I'm hoping the Americans can pull it out tonight. It's hard to say. I would say this is baseball's version of the World Cup. As an avid baseball fan, I still think the World Series still kind of supersedes this. However, I will say it's getting pretty darn close. Every year it seems to get better and better. The competition continues to get better and better. And the standard is continuing to climb. So I love what I'm seeing, and someday it probably could be on the same level as the World Series. Lineup-wise, I would say so. As we all know, with it being March, we don't get all of our best pitchers. The pitchers are just now ramping up as it's still spring training for a lot of these guys. But from an offensive standpoint, from a lineup standpoint, it's really tough to say that there's a team that's going to be better than this one from the American side. I think he's being unfairly criticized. Ideally, I would like to see him pitch more. I would like to see him pitch again. A lot of people have to realize it's March. It's still spring training. These guys are still ramping up, and they have an obligation to their team that they're under contract to pitch for, and opening day is next week. Like I said, I think he's been unfairly criticized, and I support him all the way. There's a lot of backtracking. My personal opinion is I think he genuinely thought that we advanced. But at the same time, I think a lot of people are kind of egging it on a little too much. We survived. Italy, they lost. We're here. They're not. So ultimately, it's about where you finish, not where you start. So he can redeem himself if we get the win here. We win the entire thing. Nobody's going to remember this. Nobody's going to continue to criticize him. So we get the win tonight. Nothing else matters.
It's been exciting, it's been different. You've had Italy doing great things, like Japan going out in the quarterfinals, which I don't think anyone expected, and now Venezuela making a great run. And personally for Great Britain, we beat Brazil, so we're coming back in 3-4 years, whenever the next World Baseball Classic is. So I've had a great time down in Houston and now in Miami for the finals. I live in Manchester in England, so I've come all this way, came out to Houston for a week, watched Great Britain, and then added on coming to Miami for the final. So yeah, making the most of it. I've loved baseball since I was a kid. My dad got me into it, who lived out in America for a year, picked it up then, and yeah, this was on my to-do list for a few years, so it's great to finally be out here. It's growing. We've got 4 divisions. I think it's 130 something odd teams now, not including university teams, so it's definitely growing. I think it's starting to get on mainstream TV a little bit more now. Like, I know one of the TV channels back home, TNT, has had all of the Great Britain games on. I think they've got this final on tonight, so it's definitely growing, and Great Britain's performance will only help that, kind of, if they consistently qualify and just make it more known that baseball's here. Hopefully we can win 2 games. Like, I think we were pretty close this time. I think the last World Baseball Classic we did well to win a game, but in the others we weren't that competitive. I feel like we were quite competitive in a lot of the other games this year. So Italy, we took the lead against them, even though they went on to beat the USA. We were in it with Mexico until the 7th inning. Like, hopefully we can win a couple games and actually start to try and make progress. The last couple we've definitely been happy to be here, happy to win games. We were competitive this time, so next time is the next step and try and push for a couple wins, maybe a quarter-final.
Everything, man. I like it. First of all, we come here to watch Venezuela, our team, and yeah, we enjoy every single game.
Súper bien. Nos hemos gozado mucho. Esto es una fiesta. nos tenemos que disfrutar el deporte, todo. Y nada, le invito a todo el público que se disfrute de esta fiesta.
Yeah, I expect that we're gonna be champions today. So of course we're gonna play against USA. It's a very hard team. They got a lot of superstars, but we got our superstar too. So we wanna play hard until the last inning. So let's see.
How much confidence you have?
100%, man. We wanna win tonight. Yes, New York Mets. I like New York Mets. Yeah. There's a player, Francisco Alvarez. He's from Venezuela. He plays in New York Mets, and he's from my hometown in Venezuela. Yeah. So I knew him from when we were child. So we used to play together.
Sí, yes, sir. Absolutamente, sí, es mejor.
No, I think we're missing a couple guys, you know, but we got the best we got, so we're gonna go with that. I wish he would have been here. If he started this game, we feel completely different. So, but I understand the team, you know, they have their thing too. Like I said, I understand the business side of the sport. You know, at the end of the day, the players play for major leagues or Japan or wherever they play, and they have contracts there. So I understand those contracts gotta be protected. So it is what it is.
This tournament has probably been one of the best baseball experiences I've been to. The vibe, the culture, the energy, it's just out of this world. My favorite player right here, Tatis jersey, Tatis Jr. My favorite player, big Padres fan. And, you know, Manny Machado being the captain and everything. I got to support my Padre players. And a lot of the teams and players I follow come from the Dominican Republic, so they're the team and country I'm rooting for. It was not even close to being a strike. Sorry. And everyone who's trying to defend that call, you're wrong and you know it. So, yeah, DR should most likely be in the championship game. But, you know, go Team Venezuela.
This tournament is probably one of the best baseball experiences you have to go to. You look at the last one when Shohei struck out Mike Trout. At that point, you're like, you have to go to witness it. You have to go. It's one of the things that, as a baseball fan, you have to experience at least once. As a baseball fan, it was a ball. But if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, that's a strike.
Un torneo espectacular, esto maravilloso.
It's been great, it's marvelous.
Para nosotros los latinos esto es algo grande y ha sido una gran experiencia estar aquí compartiendo con todas las personas.
For us Latinos, this is a big event and it's something that we truly admire and love very much, and it's been great to be here surrounded by all these fans.
Fue un golpe bajo.
It was a low blow.
Para nosotros los puertorriqueños, pues queríamos que ellos participaran.
As a Puerto Rican, we wanted them to participate.
Pero nosotros los puertorriqueños creemos en nuestros jugadores del patio y gracias a ellos.
And us Puerto Ricans, we believe in all of our players, the ones that are from the hometowns. So we believe in them all, and thanks to them.
Y creemos en ellos siempre. No importa si los grandes jugadores no están, siempre tenemos el apoyo para darle a los que vienen subiendo.
For us, it doesn't matter whether the big time players are there or not. Our players will always have our support, and we thank them and are grateful for them to get us as far as they did. Oh no, that's awful. ¿Y qué equipo crees que va a ganar este juego?
Está un poco complicado.
It's a bit complicated, but
mi pensar, me gustaría que ganara Venezuela.
He would like Venezuela to ring, but he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's just wrong.
Pero sabemos que Estados Unidos tiene un buen pitcher.
But we know that the U.S. has a good pitcher, so it's going to be a good game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your prediction?
Of course, U.S. all the way, baby.
We've never been in a final. Being in a final is awesome for us. Okay, in the Caribbean, we are like a good baseball team, but we never reached this stage. So for us, it's super awesome. And for everything that's going on in our country, being in a final is, amazing. Seeing that everything that's happening this year in Venezuela, I mean, we're very happy. We're very happy. And the game against Japan, amazing game, man, amazing. We enjoyed that game. Sorry that you lost, but I mean, you have the best player in the history of the baseball. It was huge for us. The U.S. is a great team. To win the U.S., it will be a great achievement for Venezuela. Yeah.
Just heard the call, the final moments there on the Venezuelan broadcast. Those exact words in Spanish. The dream has become a reality. Look at those pictures. I'll say this. I've been fortunate in my career to cover a great many games and championship series of different sports, obviously mostly baseball. I've never seen in my life a winning team shed as many tears as I saw last night. The emotion there was so heavy. And I think Omar talked a lot about what his emotions have been and what this means to the people. This was an occasion for whatever differences existed. You set them all aside and what you love together is baseball. It was a biggest sports moment in the history of a country.
I've learned that there's some international players that can play this game. I mean, big-time international players. And, I've learned that the game is global now. I always knew it was global, but I didn't have any idea, to this effect. And I really hadn't seen the love and the joy of the game of baseball, from a fan's perspective, because when I'm leaving in between games and the game's over and there's still 10,000 Dominicans out there partying or 5,000, Nicaragüenses, I was like, dang, man, this is fun. And sometimes, we take the game, a little too serious. But down here, sometimes they take it a little too much partying.